afternoon everybody and welcome to Crafty Clegg's Creations. My name is Jeanette Clegg and today I am coming to you from the northwest of England where I live with my husband Timothy and our little dog Zach. I'm recording today and it is Sunday to think then it's Sunday the 19th of February. Not long now and we're into March. And no, you shouldn't wish your life away, but I am so ready for better weather. It's been a couple of weeks since I last podcast. I did put a video up with all my Amigurumi books, which I hope you enjoyed. But since then, what have we done? Tim and I have had a nice day out. We have had our daughter home from Somerset for a week, which was absolutely lovely. So nothing got done then. I think I picked my crochet hook up once, maybe twice in that time, for a short time in the evening, maybe half an hour. But that's the only crafting that got done. And we've had a birthday. It was my son's birthday yesterday. I cannot believe I have a 35-year-old son. I was quite young when I had him. Well, when I say younger, if I tell you how old I was, you'll know I don't care. I was 25 when I had him, so yes, I will be 60 next. But yeah, I can't believe how quickly time goes by. But there you go, that's it. What else have I got to tell you? Oh, I've had to go back and have some more tests done. At the hospital, I've had a couple of appointments this week. I don't want to go into detail, don't want to bore you with all that. But yeah, I had some blood tests done the other day. Let me just show you. I don't know if you can see. So they took blood out of there. I'm not good at giving blood. Then they took it out of here. And again, I'm not good. I'm just not good at giving my blood up. So they do struggle. It wasn't so bad this time. I only had to have three goes. We had 2 goes in here and 1 go in the back of my hand, but she made a bit of a mess of that. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? But the time before that, which was a few weeks before, 7 attempts it took them to get blood out of me. It's a good job that things like that don't bother me. The injections, I'm not frightened of the doctors, the dentist, the hospital, nothing. Because I feel that if you need to get on with it, you need to get on with it. So yeah, I've had blood tests done. And that's it really. There's not been, well actually I shouldn't say there's not been a lot going on because there has been a lot going on, but I haven't done any filming. Obviously, when Katie's here, I want to give her my full attention. And so I don't want to keep getting the camera out and filming her and things like that. I will tell you what we did. We went, one of the days she went to visit her uncle. Another one of the days we went to the town not far from us. I don't know if it's the next town, next village or the village after that. It's called Upper Mill and I'm sure I have mentioned that to you before. We went there and had a walk around. That was lovely. She loves it in Upper Mill, so that was really, really nice. I've also went to a place not far from there and got some crafting supplies, but that's paper crafting supplies, so that will probably end up on my other channel. I am going to record a video for that. I haven't done one for a while, but I am going to record one because I've got quite a few things done. What else? Tim and I went out for a walk around our local lake, which we've done before, Hollingworth Lake, and I have taken pictures of these. In fact, I have got little bits of pictures or videos, so if you are interested, I'll put it in at the end, and then if you want to have a look, you can do. If not, you don't have to. We went out one morning for breakfast, me, my son and my daughter, which was lovely. As you can imagine, you know, Tom works and Katie lives in Somerset, so it's not often we get the opportunity to do things like that. So it was really, really nice. It was really nice to go out and spend some time. We've obviously seen our grandchildren. Katie treated our eldest granddaughter, Gracie, to have her ears pierced for Christmas. But because obviously you have to be taken, she hadn't had it yet. So one day we went to pick the children up from school, which was nice, Katie and I, and then we took them into the local town. We got Gracie's ears pierced and then they all come back here and we had dinner, which was nice. We've had a really, really nice week and it's not often I get Katie here for a long length of time like that, because she's busy, you know, she's got a life and she's got a family and she can't always spare a full week kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, so that was really, really nice. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than I've had a smashing week and thoroughly enjoyed myself. Next week, I'm going out. I'm actually going out, as in out for the night, for the full night, staying overnight. But I'm not going to tell you about that this week. I'm going to wait till next week. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. You'll hear all about that next week. I hope you're all right. I must say again, I have had quite a few new subscribers, so thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for my returning subscribers. As always, you're very, very welcome here and much appreciated. Right, so let's get on. So what I'm going to show you first, I've got quite a bit to show you, but not tons, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to show you my finished objects, my works in progress, and then at the end I've got a little incoming. Yeah, had a little treat. Got a little bit of incoming, and I have got a shop update coming soon. I haven't had one for a while. In fact, it's going to be tonight at 7 p.m. to get that right then. Yeah, so my shop update will be tonight at 7 p.m. and I'll show you what's going in the shop later on. And again, if you're not interested, I do leave that to the end, so you don't have to watch if you don't want to. Right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the thing that I am most proud of this month. Now, I am sure if you are a great crafter of amigurumi like I am, or toys, you will have definitely heard of Elise from Les Petits Crochet. And Elise asked me, maybe 3, possibly 4 weeks ago now, would I do a test knit for her. She's brought out a couple of patterns, and I have made them before, bear with me. This is one of her patterns that I've made. This is the 3 Little Pigs. And she's brought out the Not So Big Bad Wolf, which I have got the pattern for, but not got round doing it yet. Is that not just adorable? I love that. Anyway, she asked me, would I do a test knit for her for her new pattern that's just come out? And of course, I jumped at the chance. And it is Kitten and her mittens. Is that not just adorable? She's on a stand that Tim made for me. This is just like a wooden, I don't know, it's like cork, if you like. And Tim's made me a few of these stands. I'll take her off so I can show you. It was such a nice pattern. I love Elise's patterns because they're quite detailed and they look really, really nice. And what I like about them is that there's some knitting and some crocheting, and it's a toy. So, I mean, what's not to like for me there? What can I say about it? It is extremely well written, but then all Elise's patterns are very, very easy to understand. You feel like she's holding your hand throughout the process, and it's just, I don't know what to say other than it's just a really nice pattern. So, like I say, all the body is crocheted. Look at the tail at the back. Oh, I love the tail, and it's actually attached to the body and it goes through the skirt, and then she's got a little tiny shoes on. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And a skirt. Now, I went a little bit wrong with a skirt. I think I did the skirt on a Friday night at 9:30 when I was having my 1 glass of wine. Actually, I had 1.5, and that's probably why. It's supposed to be all knit stitch that, and I knit one and purled one. I don't know, but luckily enough, it's curling up, so you can't really tell. I mean, I suppose if I hadn't have told you, you wouldn't have known, but anyway, so she's got a skirt on and a Fair Isle sweater. Now, her clothes are made in a double knit, and the body of the cat is made in an Aran. And I haven't got the ball bands here, have I? Bear with me. Have I got the ball band? Bear with. No, I haven't. But I used for the clothes, like I say, it's a double knit, and I used some Debbie Bliss cashmere, or no, Debbie Bliss cashmerino, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but you can use any double knit for the body, for the clothes and the mittens. These mittens, look at these. Are they not just? Can you see them? Let me put my head out the way. Isn't that lovely? And for the mittens, and like I say, the body is made using an Aran weight, and I used Sirdar, I don't know if it's Sirdar Country Style Aran, and I did the ginger one, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the pattern has been released. I think it was released, could have been yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure, but I will leave a link to Elise's website down below so you can have a look at it. Face was really easy to construct. Sorry, I'll move out of the way. Really easy to construct. Look at that big smile. Yeah, and it was, like I say, absolutely wonderful to make. A joy as always with Elise. And of course, now I've made this, I want to make Not So Big Bad Wolf, because we've got the piglet and we've got the cat. So really what I need to do is make another 2 pigs, Not So Big Bad Wolf, and then the cat. And isn't that lovely? I love them. You know me and my toys. I can never have enough. So that is one of my finished objects, and also the test knit that I did for Elise. I'll just take a sip. My next finished item. Now, before I show you this, I just want you to say, I did not mean to make Santa look sad. I don't know if you've watched my podcast, a couple of podcasts before, but I am going to try and make 9 squares of these corner to corner pictures ready to do a blanket for Christmas. And it is by, you know, I don't know what the lady is called. I just know that her website is Repeat Crafter Me. And I finished my first corner to corner square. Here he is in all his glory, but doesn't he look sad? My daughter-in-law, she had a look at I put it on my Instagram page, and my daughter-in-law said, you could actually do something with them black eyes, you know, like embroider them a little bit to make them look a bit, because doesn't he look sad? Well, I thought he does. One of my friends, and I'm not telling you it was because you probably know her, said it looks like he's drunk. Another one of my viewers said something like it's because he's concentrating, because he's got to check his list twice. I had lots of little comments. It was really nice. But anyway, this is my first square that I finished. The next square is a Christmas tree, and I will put a picture of that in for you somewhere. I used a Stylecraft Special Aran, and this, oh, no, I haven't got, oh, no, bear with me, I might have. Just bear with me, I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back, sorry about that. I have got the ball bands. I am keeping it in my Laurie Holt bag that I made before Christmas. I'm sure you've seen, well, I know you've seen this before, but I absolutely love this bag. It's dead squishy, it's massive. It's absolute, look, so much bigger than my head. It's really good, this, for a blanket. Anyway, I digress. So, the wool that I've used is, like I say, the Stylecraft Special Aran. The grey is graphite. Excuse me, graphite. There it is. I don't know if you can see that. If you want to, where's the camera? There. Anyway, I'll tell you the numbers in case you want them. So it's graphite, and it's shade 1063. And then the red for his hat and his nose and his ruby red lips that look like they're smiling now is lipstick shade 1246. And then the white is white, and it's 1001. Now, the pink, I would have liked the pink to be just a tad bit darker, because you can't really, I mean, you can just about there like that. Can you? Yeah, you can. You can just about see it, can't you? It's so pale though, and I would have liked a darker one, but I couldn't get one. Full of no money, I couldn't get one from anywhere. Anyway, Susan got me one from her shop, and it's the King Cole Comfort Aran, and it's a baby Aran, this one. And that one is shade 334 in soft pink. So that is what I did the first square in. And like I say, the next square is going to be the Christmas tree. Really pleased with that. Like I say, I think I've told you before, I've done these before, but a long time ago. And yeah, I found it hard at first, but then the more I did it, obviously, the more I got used to it. So yeah, the easier it became. And I think the more that I do, like I said, the Christmas tree's next, and you'll have seen the picture of it. There's quite a few different colours in it, just one square here and one square there. And when it's like that, you really just have to keep cutting your yarn and threading in your ends and cutting your yarn and thread. But it doesn't matter. It gives me something to do. So that's my next finished item, which I'm extremely pleased with. And then my third finished item, which again, I am extremely pleased with. I'm dropping everything, bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Is my deer head. I actually finished my deer head. And this is a pattern by Sincerely Louise. She's on Instagram, think Facebook, and she also has a website, and I'm not sure if she's on Etsy. And are you ready for it? Oh, so pleased. It is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. It's mounted on a card, and it's on my wall over here. I've also made a red nose to go on it for interchangeable, and I've took a picture of that and I'll put it somewhere for you. But you can change his nose. Isn't it lovely? So you put what's it called? Is it crafting wire? So there's crafting wire in the antlers to keep them, you know, like upright like that. There's nothing in the ears, you just stuff them, but they're quite a substantially thick ear. To be fair, it was really, really easy to make, just a bit tricky to construct. But I think, to be fair, if you're making lots of toys, I think you get used to that. You know that that's going to happen. But most toys are a little tricky to construct, unless you get one of those that's like an all-in-one, where it starts at the feet and ends at the body. And you can get them. But yeah, I loved it. It was a kit. So I got the pattern and all the yarn and the backboard. It was made out of... I smile every time I say this, because you know, don't you? I'm going to stop telling you. It's made out of the Sheepy's Stonewash, but this is the XL. It's all the same. It's all XL, so it's chunky. And yeah, that's all I've got to say about that one, other than I love it. I will take a picture of it. It sits on my wall over here. I've got Tim's put it up for me, and I've got like a little collection of miniatures going on over here at the moment, and so I will take a little either picture or a video, and when it's up, I'll show it to you. But isn't that lovely? Our little moose. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. And then, oh, and let me tell you as well, when I was there, I bought the deer's head as a kit, and then you could buy patterns to make more. Anyway, I bought this one while I was there as well, the sheep. What's it called? Eunice the sheep. So I bought the sheep's head when I were there. So I'm going to make this one as well, and I think that's the same. I think it's made out of, you can make the small one. So this is the smaller one. That's the size that I've got. Believe it or not, this is the small size, this one. So it's that size. So you can imagine how big this one is. So I'm going to just make the small one. And Tim, on his what's it called? Laser cutter. Yeah, I think that's it. Laser printer has cut me out another one of these backboards to make it with, but I have no idea where it is, so hey. Anyway, so yeah, that's another one that's on my to-do list. Right, so where are we? Oh yeah, one more finished item. And I've got quite a little bit this time. So the next one I'm going to show you is a sewing item, and this is a pattern from the lovely Emma of Vintage Sewing Box, and it is the Hexagon needle case. Let me see if I've got it up the right way. The Hexagon needle case. It's a free pattern on her website, and I've got loads of pincushions but nowhere to keep needles, and Emma is getting has got in stock now. I don't even know what you call these needles, but they've got a little mark on them, like a little tiny red mark on them, so when you're doing like a running stitch you can get your stitches even, you can measure it on the needle. And I'm going to get some of them from her, but I'm just waiting for her to put, I want one of the little miniature pincushion kits, so I'm just going to wait till she's got some of them in stock and then get them all together, and that's what this is for. So it's just so the front, let me just show you that way. So that's the front, and this is all English paper piecing with a little lazy daisy in the middle, and then on the back I just had one of my old mushroom buttons, so I thought, well, it's not old, I've just had them a while, so I thought I'd put, instead of, she did a lazy daisy on the back, but I thought I'll just put a button on as a bit of a feature. And then inside it has just got some felt, and then your needles can go on one side and your pins if you want them on the other, and then it's just the plain on the inside. This is a grunge spot that I got from Angela's a while back, and then you just hand sew in the felt. In fact, the whole thing, and I was really pleased because I managed to do this in one day. The whole thing is handmade, it's hand stitched throughout. I've not done any machine stitching on this. And last Sunday Denise and Susan came here and we had a bit of a stitching day. Well, not stitching, we had a craft day. They came for lunch and we sit and crochet and knit, and I sat and I sewn all this together. I find that when I'm having days with friends, I don't get much crafting done at all. I'm that busy talking or up making coffee or making lunch or whatever that you don't seem to get much done. So this is why I decided to do a little sewing project, and I was really pleased because by the time I'd cut it out the day before, and by the time was ready to go to bed on Sunday evening, it was constructed and I'd finished it. So yeah, and again, like I say, it's a free pattern on Emma's website, so I will leave a link to that down below, and it literally just does take scraps of fabric. So if you are a sewer, I think the biggest piece you need is a 5x5, if that, and a little bit of wadding. So yeah, I finished that as well, so I was really pleased with that. So them are all my finished objects. My next thing, you will know that from my last video I did my Amigurumi book tour, and after I'd finished filming my video and I was flicking through the books, I was absolutely disgusted with myself that I'd got all those books and I'd never ever made anything from them, hardly. I'd done a couple out of my Peek-a-Pow, but there's loads that I wanted to do, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a start and I'm going to make something out of those books. So I chose the Beatles Bugs and Butterfly book, and I'm not even going to pronounce this because I don't know. Layli Lala, I think. And I chose to do, let me see if I can, I have got the, now let me tell you, I chose to do the Golden Daydream Moth. which is this, sorry, just move that, which, oh no, you can't do that, Jeanette, which is this one. Isn't it lovely? Now, the only thing I would say about this book, it's a lovely book, and I'm really enjoying doing it, but the only thing I'd say about this book is that you have to keep flicking the pages. So if you're making the moth, the head is on page 10 because all the heads are the same, but the body's on page 21, so you have to flip back. And then the antennas are on page 14. And then the collar for around the neck is on page 34. It's one of those books where you have to keep flicking backwards and forwards, which is not a problem. I'm not saying it is, but Jeanette's just having a moan and being lazy. But other than that, it's a brilliant, brilliant book. I love it. And I will definitely be making more than this. I started this yesterday. Oh, it's adorable. I've still got work to do on it yet, because it has been weekend and I have had chores to do and such like. So this is the start of this moth here. You see, looks a bit similar, doesn't it? Can you see that? So I have done it on a 2.5mm hook, and I've used my Clover Amour. It is done with Katona, Sheepy's Katona. This colour is linen. Don't know what this is, and I don't know what this is. It called for a golden, like a goldeny colour, and like a mustardy colour, so I just chose two out of my stash that didn't have a ball band on. So that is the main body, and at the moment I am working on, it's like a cuff that goes round its neck, and I'm almost done with that, and it goes round like this, and then you attach the wings to the back. But you have to take your wire brush to this and make it fluffy. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I did think about doing it in mohair, because let me show you. I want to just, can you see the fluffiness on the wool? See, I didn't think that cotton would be very good with a wire brush, but I've never done cotton before. I've only ever done, I have combed Stylecraft EK with a nylon, with a wire brush. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And the thing is, it's only a little tiny piece like that, so if it's wrong and it looks a mess, I can just do it again. So that's how far I've got with that. I would imagine well, I don't know, but it depends on what we do for the rest of the day, but I would imagine I'll get that finished today, and then hopefully tonight get the wings on. So that's one thing that I'm working on. And another thing, where's that from? Oh yeah, excuse me, I'm talking to myself. Another thing that I'm working on, and there isn't a pattern for this. I am taking part in a sew along, and it's with the Nordic Crafter, and it's called Sip Tea and English paper piecing. Sip Tea. I'm not sure. I'll put it on the screen down below. And it's basically a sew along, and they give you a clue this is the winter themed sew along, so they give you a clue every week or every day for a week, and then we have a break at weekend to try and catch up, which I haven't done because Katie's been here, so I'm a bit behind, but I'm hopefully going to get caught up with it soon. And the first thing we had to do was this strip. No idea what it is. This, oh, what's this fabric called? Strolling, Sunday Stroll. It's called Sunday Stroll, but I'm not sure who it's by. And so you had to get 24 strips of fabric and sew them all together, and then you had to put them on some Bosal foam and then quilt in the stitch in the ditch, which I've done. And then you had to get 2 pieces of linen and just do like this feature on both sides. Away you go, there. I think this is going to be a bag. I think that's the base of the bag. So there's that. So that's 1, 2, was that 1, 2 and 3 clues. And the other ones, it's not much to show you really, but I am going to do. You have to put together some English paper piecing, and I've chose this one. This one. It's all out of the same range. Strolling the, I think it's a Sunday stroll, yeah. Some polka dot. In fact, I've lost some. There's only 5 there. Anyway, you get the gist. We have to do a hexagon flower. And then we've had to cut out 2 pieces of linen. This is the linen that I use to make my bags with. It's 100% linen. And that's as far as I've got. So I'm hoping to catch up with that, because I've seen on my Instagram feed some pictures and it's looking like I'm really far behind. I saw one yesterday and I think they're embroidering something on it now. But I'm trying not to look until I'm catching up because I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, I'm in the middle of making that. And I think that's it. That's all I've got to show you for baking and finishing. But I have got a couple of nice goodies that I've had incoming, so I'm going to show you them next. So, like I said, last Sunday, Susan and Denise came for lunch, and Susan made Denise and I a gift. She made us, how adorable is this bunny? I don't know where she got the pattern from. I should have asked her really, shouldn't I, before a podcast. I will ask her, and if it's not in the description box below when this goes out, don't panic. When she gets back to me, I will put it in where she got it from in case anybody wants to make it. So it's a little tiny bunny with a cute little flower. Isn't that lovely? I think that this was made, feeling it, I think that this was made with Amigurumi, the Amigurumi DK. You know, the little tiny balls that I make all the things with at Christmas. I think it was made out of that. It's got 2 safety eyes in it, little cute flower, and she's even, listen, she's put like cardboard or there's something in the bottom of there to secure, you know, to make it flat so it can stand up. So Susan made that for me, so thank you very much, Sue, if you're watching. I love it. And then, and not last week, the week before, I got some a parcel in the post from, it was a couple of parcels from Christmas. Did I get them in the post? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I met up with a friend, excuse me, who gave them to me. And I've only got one of the things here that I want to show you, but I think I've got pictures of the other things, so I'll pop them in as well. And it was a Christmas present that we'd not seen each other since Christmas, and we'd gone to Black Sheep to have coffee, and I went to meet with Karen from Stitches and Jacks and Lindsay, and Karen gave me my Christmas gift. Now, talk about your friends knowing you well. Karen knows me well. This was one of the things that was in my Christmas box. Isn't that adorable? It's like a trinket tray, but with toadstools. And she must have seen that and thought, oh, I know I'm going to get that for. Isn't that adorable? I absolutely love it. I thought it would be nice to have pins in it and things like that, safety pins. And you know what, because I wouldn't have this downstairs. This is going to be in my craft room. So yeah, it's like a little trinket tray. But yeah, I think I'm going to put some safety pins or things like that in there, because it's got like a little lip, so they'll be easy to get out with your fingers. So that was another one of my little treats. Thank you, Karen. I love that too. And the other thing, couldn't resist. I went online, just have a look, you know how you do. I felt like I'd not seen Toft for a while, and every now and then I was looking at these different things that everybody was making. I thought, oh, I'll just go on and have a quick look. Anyway, I bought myself a little kit. The pattern isn't here, because when you buy a kit from Toft, you get your kit sent to you, and then you get your pattern sent to you via email, or you can go on to your account with Toff, which I have, and then you log in and you get to your patterns. So it is in my patterns on my iBook, but I will leave a picture of it. And I don't even know what it's called, can't remember. I just saw it and loved it. It is a flower, and this is what come in the kit. As always, it comes in a tote bag, which I've got millions of these. Well, when I say millions, that's a slight exaggeration, but I do like to exaggerate. I think I've got about 10. A million. No, I've got 10. So yeah, I've got quite a few of these tote bags. Nice, aren't they? So it come in there, and then these are the two colours. And let me turn that round. And what I'll do now, when you can see the two colours, like, no, it's that way, like this, I shall put a picture in here, and you can see what I'm making. Isn't that lovely? What a lovely, lovely colour. I love it. And I like things like this because I love Toft, but I have found that over the past year I spent a lot of money on Toft, and so I had to rein it in because, you know, I did my birds and then I had my advent calendar, and it is, as much as it's beautiful, it is quite an expensive treat. But I do like Toft because they do affordable treats for everybody. So you can make this little creature, whatever it is, you'll know by now. I think it's a flower. I think it's a hydrangea. No, not hydra. Is it hyacinth? I don't know. Anyway, and you can buy these little treats, and it comes in a kit. And the reason I got it as well last weekend was because it was free postage and packaging. I think it was to do with Valentine's, something like that. So yeah, it was dead affordable. So that was a little treat. And then you always get free patterns with Toft. So you got a free scarf. Is that done? That's done with, oh, a DK. So that's done with a DK. That's a free pattern. I've still got this to make. I've still got her to make. She's in my box up here. Anyway, I've still got her to make. What's that one? Oh, that's the Stitch Marker Club. I don't know if you can see that. That's the Stitch Marker Club. Then there's another free pattern here for a bag. And then this is the Garden Vegetables. These are the 2 new books that are out this year. So that was another treat. But then, I don't make lots of jumpers for myself. You know, you very rarely see me with anything other than a t-shirt or a sweatshirt on, because that's me all over. Jeans and a t-shirt or sweaties. But I watched Dawn a couple of weeks ago on the Woven Almanac, and she'd made a sweater. And it was just so nice on her, and it was a sleeveless sweater, and I've wanted one of them for a while. So what I decided to do, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I shall put the link to it down below, and a picture of the pattern here. So I've seen this advertised on Wool Warehouse quite a few times now, and often wondered what it was like. And I also watched Tina from Simply in Stitches, and she'd made a sweater with this, so I thought I'd try it. So is it Create? It's called the Create Chunker, and it's from Wool Warehouse. It's acrylic. I think it is all acrylic. Yeah, 100% acrylic, and it knits to most chunky patterns, and this is light grey heather. And this is what I fancy making my sleeveless tank in. But I'm really struggling for needles. So I went, because I don't make much of these, I got myself 5 balls. It said I needed 5 balls. And I got myself, bear with me. Oh, them out them. Some millward. Are they millward? Oh no, these are pony. Some pony 9mm. And that's what you need. But I forgot all about starting. You start from the neck down. So I need 40 centimetre 9mm. 40 centimetre long 9mm needles. So I'll have to get them now. So I haven't been able to start it because I haven't had the right needles. So that's another one of my. But Dawn said it's a really, really smashing quick make. So I'm hoping that I'll get that done pretty quick. And that is it. I've got nothing else to show you. Nothing else to tell you. So what I'll do, I will do my little shop update now, and then at the end I'll put all the bits of videos in that I've taken. And like I say, if you're interested, then you can have a quick look through what we've been up to. If not, that's fine. So for those of you that are popping off because you don't want to see a shop update or you don't fancy looking at what we've been doing, thank you very much for joining me, and I shall be back again soon. Until then, next time, take care. Bye. So I'm going to do my shop update now. I'm hoping to get out for a walk today. The weather does not look too bad. Right, I've done 2 different types of fabrics and a couple of collections, if you like. I love making these bags, and they're just fantastic sizes, these bags. So this is a wee bra bag. It's the largest size, and I love that when you pull them, look at this. I love how the pockets. So I've done pockets on the front of this one and pockets on the back. So you've got 4 pockets, here, here, here and here, but it's got quite a big base. Only looks like a small bag, but there is room for a lot in here. They're like little, well, they're like TARDISes, these. So I've made this one, and it's got a, like a lime green with a brown polka dot. So there's that one. Then I love this size. Then I've made a smaller one. That's the large size, and this is the small size. So it's exactly the same, only I've reversed it. I've done the toadstool on the front and the back, but it's got the same lime green with brown polka dots, and you've only got your 2 pockets in that one. This is perfect. And again, I mean, look at that size. It's quite a big size. It's good for socks, good for amigurumi. Yeah, I do well with these bags when I make them. They're normally one of my good sellers. And then I had some left, so I made my pouches, my zipper pouches. I've got linen on the back and the patchwork on the front, and you've got a little lavender pouch to go with it. So I've made a couple of those. I've had a right old nice weekend in my craft room. I did start some of these before Katie come, but obviously as soon as Katie arrives, everything stops because I have to be with my daughter. And then this, I love this fabric. This is quite a big one, and I did this a little bit longer because there's quite a lot of people use straight needles, and I never think about that. I never think about people who are knitting and want a bag that's a little bit bigger. So this is one of my bigger bags. This is the what's this lady called? I kept the thingy for you as well to tell you. It is, oh no, hold on. No, I can't remember. I'll write it on the screen. I have got it somewhere, but I can't remember what she's called. Anyway, this is one of my bigger bags. It's quite a big bag. It's got, can you see the knit stitch on the bottom? Or the knit pearl stitch. Then you've got balls of wool. And then inside you've got one big pocket. So there's one big pocket there, and then 2 smaller pockets there. And then you've got a little carabiner to put your scissors on, and it's got the diamond knots and the wax braided cord. So there's that one. These will be in the shop tonight at 7 o'clock. Then I've done my standard size one. This is a small size. Again, this is brilliant for socks, shawls, hats, amigurumi, anything like that. And this is all solid with the balls of wool and the little stockinette stitch drawstring, and just a crisp white lining inside. Crisp white lining. And then these, I've done 2 the same, and these again are a really nice short dumpy size. Ideal socks again, makeup bag. They can can be used for anything, but most of my bags are used for crafters. I've got this size and I use this a lot for amigurumi, and I've got this for socks. It's got a linen base, then the balls of wool with the stockinette stitch lining and matching drawstrings, and I've made 2 of them. Now I have got a little bit of this left, so I might make some DPN holders to match. And that's it for today. Got nothing else to tell you. Hopefully I'll be back again in a week. I'm not going to promise anything because we all know we're having a stress-free 23. So for now, take care, happy crafting, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye bye.